Hello everyone, it's Roberto. Yes, I'm wearing a pink shirt. My grandma, when I was a kid, she used to tell me only real men wear pink, you know. I'm pretty sure she only told me that just so I'd wear my sister's hand-me-downs, but either way, I still wear pink to this day, just kind of in memory of my grandma. I loved her very much. Awesome lady. Okay, well, today I want to show you guys my girlfriend's 93 Toyota pickup. It's an SR5. It's got some little dents and dings on it, but it's a pretty nice pickup all around. It came from the factory with the big wheel and tire package, and it's got the 488 gears. You see, she hit a deer coming home from work, and still haven't replaced her Valiants, but she's got a bungee cord on it holding it up, and we'll get another one on there. It'll kind of dress it up a little bit. Maybe we'll black out the grill and where it needs black and stuff, just kind of make it look pop and do some other little stuff. She's always tinkering on this thing. I mean, one time, pretty funny story, I come home from work, I'm pulling up my work truck, and I come walking up to her. She's got all the vacuum lines ripped off this thing, and I'm like, oh my god, this pickup's never gonna run again. I was like, Jesus Christ, what have you done? And figured pretty much I'd end up out there with a can of starting fluid and some hours trying to track stuff down and figure out vacuum lines, which I've never messed with before. So I was a little terrified by it, but she read all these forums and stuff, and she had my Toyota book there, so she sat there and she went through it. I'd come out and BS with her for a second, and then she got it all put back together. Well, she went through and did a evap delete. She was having some idling issues, which I'll talk about that here in a second. I'll get back to just kind of a walk around of the pickup first. Okay, well, you see she's got this neat headache rack and toolbox, which is actually pretty cool because it was mine. I've got a 91 third gen, and it was down for a little while. Some water got on the computer, and yeah, it ended up messing up. So until the computer dried up, it didn't want to start, didn't want to run. Yeah, so we ended up getting a new computer for it and kind of sealing it, me and my Uncle Bill, a little better, and hopefully took care of that problem. But yeah, so while my pickup was down, she's like, well, let's throw that headache rack and toolbox on my pickup just till you get yours running again. Yeah, I should have known right there. I was never gonna get them back, So I am not only that, but it's a white pickup. It's a black box and black rack. It looks good. It looked pretty good on mine too. Mine's red, but yeah, once you give your girlfriend something, you can't take it back. So. Yeah, and she loves it. And also she stole my taillights while I was down, which I ended up having to buy some new ones. Because she had some freaking pretty lame, had the chrome and stuff like that. And just, yeah, get those out of here. So I was actually kind of happy to see those go, even though I had to buy some new ones for my pickup. Which these ones had a crack in them anyway, so whatever. Yeah, you see she's got her all stickered up. This did say Toyota Trucks Matter, that there or whatever and stuff, but she took the Toyota off it. Or no, it still says Toyota Trucks Matter. It's kind of hidden behind the toolbox. Yeah, I thought she peeled that off, but I guess not. She has Sheila Jefferson. I will not comply. I know. I love that woman. Yep, all right, let's take a look at the interior. Okay, this pickup, it is an automatic, and when I first seen it for sale up there in Junction City, which is actually 3 hours away from where I live here in Port Orford, and the guy wanted $4,500. She showed it to me. She's like, check this pickup out. She's like, man, this is a freaking, it's a 3/4 swap, and she's like, this is a nice pickup. It's white. And so I was like, $4,500. I'll think about it. And because she had a Lexus at the time, Lexus RX 300 little SUV thing, and it was a good rig. Got decent fuel mileage. It was all-wheel drive, and at the time she was driving back and forth from the coast, and she was going to college over in Ashland, which it snows over in Ashland. So all-wheel drive rig. It was a nice rig, but the thing was she wanted a pickup. She's like, heck, I want to be, and not only that, but that poor Lexus, it did some things that, yeah, she should have had a pickup for. I mean, down on the beach all the time. I mean, there was a couple times I'd have to go pull her out of somewhere up the river and all this other stuff. So, I kind of wanted her to have a 4-wheel drive pickup too, just for my sake, so I wouldn't have to go rescue her all the time. So Okay, well, here's the interior. She got a pretty nice stereo. Like I said, it's an automatic, which it's got an updated torque converter, which the guy that did the swap on it, which when he did the swap, I'll show you that. You see, she's got some seat covers, and it's got the electric windows and the old moon roof. She got a speaker back there for the boom boom. You know, I'll show you some of the mods she's done to it. She's always tinkering on this pickup, like I said, and it's pretty neat actually. Every once in a while, she'll surprise me because, like I said, she's always reading the forums and, you know, always on the Toyota sites and stuff, reading what people are doing to them. And we're pretty big fans of 3.4 liters. I've had a few of them, and well, actually I've had quite a bit of Toyota pickups, 22 REs, 3 liters, 2 RZ. Well, I haven't had a 2 RZ. I've had a 3 RZ. And I've had, like I said, a few of these 3.4s and a Tundra with the 2UZ motor. But, you know, I've always really liked the 3.4. They're good motors. Heck, you can get 400,000 miles out of them pretty easy. See it quite frequently. As long as you change the timing belt water pump, these things will freaking go forever. Great pickups. You know, you don't go bombing through water puddles and hydro locking them, and they do pretty good. I live here in Oregon. Quite a few buddies that blow up their Toyotas. That's usually it. They go bombing through a freaking, you know, a creek or something like that and suck water into it and then go to start it. Yeah, pretty dumb. Okay, here's some things she's done to it. It's got this deck plate here, which she had me cut this out so she could put that in there. And I wasn't a big fan at first because I'm like, oh, hey, you're just going to freaking suck water in there. And like I was saying, hydro lock the damn thing. But she doesn't go bombing through puddles or anything like that. She more or less just drives it back for it to work and, you know, goes down on the beach and whoops donuts, stuff like that every once in a while, which, heck, we all do. Go check out my last video. But, yeah, so, you know, and not only that, but she did quite a few different things. She took the evap. She completely did an evap delete on this pickup because, like, when she first got it, she was having some idling issues with it. And so at first, that's the vacuum line issue. That was her, you know, that was the start to the evap delete. And so she got that done, and, you know, she's got this little, it builds up a little bit of pressure in her tank. It blasts off. It's a little blow off, you know, and stuff. So her tank still will build a little pressure, but then kick off once again. I forgot what that's set at. I think it's set at like 15 pounds or something like that. Not 100% sure. All right, some other things she does. The PCV is it kind of sucks the blow by, you know, the hot access gases and stuff into the intake. And, you know, she was like, heck, I don't want it sucking, you know, oil and stuff like that into my intake, cause my stuff to get gummed up. And also she was like, maybe that's what's causing my throttle body to mess up or giving me some kind of idle issues, which is actually pretty neat what she did here. Once I seen that, I was like, that's pretty cool, babe. She got a little water separator off an air compressor and got it in there. And as you can see, I mean, heck, it's saving her intake from all that nasty stuff. And you see she's drained it a couple times now. And I mean, that was impressive. When I came home and seen that, I was just like, heck yeah, babe, that's pretty freaking cool. And this pickup, it's got a throttle body spacer on it. That was the guy we got it from, which once we went up there to Junction City, because I seen he lowered the price. It was at $45, and then he dropped it down to $4. And of course, me always trying to get another, you know, get a couple more bucks, whatever. I'm like, all right, well, you know, we'll come up and check it out, but, you know, see if he'll take $3,500 cash. So she messaged him, hey, will you take $3,500? He was like, you know, if you'll come today, you ain't trying to trade no junk, anything like that. He's all like, you know, I will. I'll take $3,500 cash for it if, you know, if you're serious and you want to pick up, I'll do it. So we drove up there, and, you know, when we met the guy, he seemed like a pretty solid guy, really good guy, which is awesome when you're going to do a deal when you first meet someone, you know, to kind of get a good feeling off him. It sucks buying stuff from sketchy people. And I've bought quite a few rigs, so yeah, I've had to deal with quite a few different type of characters. So the guy, he's the one that did the swap himself. He had an old beat up T100, which are the greatest freaking pickups, whatever, with a buttload of miles on it. And once the 3 liter went in this pickup, which kind of inevitable, or most of us that know 3 liters, of course there are those ones that just freaking will not die. I can't explain it. I've had 2, and yeah, they weren't those ones. I didn't have much luck at all. They both popped on me. And so we get up there and we're talking to the guy. He said this was his motorcycle hauler. He wanted to keep it low. He didn't want to lift it, didn't anything like that. He just wanted something he could throw his bikes in and, you know, take up in the hills. And howdy, pretty good. Some neighbors walking by, and you know, so he wanted something he could take his bikes on. He didn't want to lift it and all that stuff. So he would, you know, this was his haul around truck for his motorcycles. And I think he had a 4-wheeler also, and he had quite a few different rigs. You could tell by talking to him. He, you know, and so he was saying that the 3-liter went in this, and he was, you know, reading some stuff about the 3-4 swap, and he had the T100 that was just beat to heck with a buttload of miles. He said it had like 320,000 on the motor and stuff, but the motor ran decent. So what he did, he went through and he swapped the 3.4 out of the T100 into here, just because it had all the same grommets and everything, you know, to get all the wiring through, which is freaking neat. And he ran it like that, and then that motor ended up giving him problems, and he got a hold of, I think it's B&R here, there in Eugene, whatever, and got a low mile 3.4. This one, it has 180,000 on it now. The pickup itself, it's got a lot of miles on it. It's at 290,000, but it's a Toyota, and not only that, these 3rd gens with their box frames and their tough front ends, and not only that, but it's been taken care of. It needs a tie rod now. It's kind of getting a little shaky, whatever, and the tire's wearing a little weird. So we're probably going to swap a tie rod on it, and I'm sure she'll have this thing until it's 350, 400,000. If anything happens to this motor, which I freaking highly doubt it, anything will, heck, we'll throw another motor in it. Freaking great pickups. Yeah, so she's always tinkering on it, and she loves the heck out of this thing. So that makes me like it even more. And like I said, it's pretty neat that I don't have to go pull her out or anything like that when she decides to go up doing cookies by the river or anything like that. And what else was I going to show? Oh yeah, what ended up being the idling problem with it? I guess these throttle bodies get kind of a little washed, you know, a little wobbly. So what she ended up doing, she put a little plastic washer behind it, and it solved her problem. She was reading on a forum, and she's like, "Heck, I'm going to try that." And you know, I see her messing with this thing, and she's cutting it and slides it back there and stuff, and pretty soon, whatever, I mean, she starts it up and it freaking idles down. It was just the throttle body was just a little loose and staying open. She got it. She fixed it. I mean, it was pretty awesome. So this is my girlfriend's baby. And I'm not sure what she's calling her. I don't know if she has a name for it. If she does, I imagine it's probably something pretty crazy. She did. I just forgot what it was called. I forgot. Yeah. But heck, she loves the hell out of this pickup. So, okay, well, my name's Roberto, and you know, I've done a few videos now and stuff like that. I've always bought and sold a lot. I've had a lot of rigs over my days, and nowadays I figure, heck, I might as well start doing these YouTube videos, and you know, down the road one of these days I'll be able to watch them and be like, oh man, that was an awesome rig, because I go through them. And not only that, but I mean, I might as well share my experiences with you guys, you know, if you're interested. And you know, and if you are, you know, go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe button, you know, tell YouTube I'm a good guy. All right. Well, you guys stay beautiful.